In this video, we are going to be looking at the various debugging tools that you could use while working with uh, websites, right? So now I'll just go to preview and launch our site. So firstly, uh, this in itself is a debugger. As you can see, we get all the different previews, you could say, of different events and different interactions. You could see the values. Obviously I'll have to click here. Yeah, you could see the values that go in, the variables and the data layer, the tags that are associated with it. And this is the more common debugger we've been seeing in this series, I would say. So yeah, this is one of the debugging tools, I would say. And then moving on to the extensions, we are going to be talking about AdSwerve. Then there's Google Analytics Debugger, GTM/GA Debugger, and Omnibug as well. There's Facebook Pixel Helper as well, and I'll be talking about it too. So firstly, I'll just right click here and go to inspect, and in console, firstly I'll set it to this. So yeah, so for now, I think all the tools are running together, but I'll turn them off. Click the extension, right? Similarly, Omnibug, and then GTM. So I've turned on the other extensions, and only our AdSwerve data layer reader is on. Data layer inspector is on. So I'll just quickly wait. I'll clear the console first. Let it load. I'll clear it now and refresh. Yeah. So this is the data layer inspector, and as you can guess by the name, it basic job is to inspect the data layer, see the various data layer pushes, and give you information about the different events that are happening and how the data layer is changing along with those events. Right. So like if I were to expand this console message, you could see that at this point, GTM start event was gtm.js, and this was the data layer. You could see the call stack. Yeah. And similarly, if you went to page view, so you could see the values for that, right? Then yeah, this is where a data layer push happened. Event was gtm.load, currently in memory event gtm.load. So this is basically the use of your AdSwerve data layer inspector. You could use it to view and inspect the data layer as you go along with the pushes. You could even use it to insert certain values in the data layer to be tested. So this was the use of your AdSwerve data layer inspector. Now quickly let's turn this off, and let's turn off the Google Analytics debugger, right? All sites reload, and I'll wait for it to load. Yeah, it's done. I'll clear console and refresh now. So as you can see, uh, so there has been some error in launching the extension. I'll just check if it's working or not. Yeah, it's working now. So this is where it will start, and you can see it's initializing Google Analytics, and it uses gtag.js. So firstly, we have seen that it creates a new tracker for each hit. Alright, we have covered all that before, so that's what it's doing, creating new tracker. Then it's running the command gtm.send page view, right? So that's it. It's similar to AdSwap because even this shows you the data layer pushes and the different events that happened, the various parameters which tracker was set, and the command used to send it. So all these things you could find in the Google Analytics debugger, right? If I were to, yeah. So this is where you could see the various request parameters for the page view. Then you could see the event parameters here, and as I perform more interactions with the site, these they will be showing up here in real time. So I just clicked and you can see the basic all click trigger was fired and UID 123 ABC because we had set it like that. So yeah, you can see the variables and the data layer pushes using Google Analytics debugger as well. Alright, but you can see the analytics part of it, meaning only the tags that are associated with Google Analytics. So to see all the tags and triggers that you've set up, so to see data related to all of them, what you could do is, I'll just turn this off, and now I'll turn on the GTM-GA debugger. Let's just let it load. Down. Clear, refresh. So your GTM-GA debugger is working now, and as I scroll down or perform certain interactions with the site, yeah, sorry, it has its own interface. Okay. So I'll click on start debugging here, and yeah, it will load again. So as I interact with the site, you can see the page view was sent. I want to quickly just yeah, we were in the Google Analytics section only, so which meant the Universal Analytics. So in GA4, if you come here, this is where you can find your all clicks event and about the one we had set up using element visibility, then the basic all click, then specific clicks, right? So previously we were in the basic Google Analytics part of the debugger. That's why we could only see the ones that were connected to Universal Analytics. But if you just switch it to GA4, you could check out the ones for Google Analytics 4 here, right? So these are the different events that occurred, and you can get overview of them from here. Then you can get the various payload details. Right. Then you could go here and you could further, you know, refine your search or refine your debugging, and this is where you could enable or disable the hits blocker. But we are in the server side right now, so server side hits don't get blocked, so even if I turn this on, it will still show up in this list, right? So this was your GTM GA debugger. You could copy it as a string, you could pass it or stack trace. So, and this is where you could find the details that are related to your Google Tag Manager, right? So the different events that happened with respect to Tag Manager. This was for Universal Analytics, this was for Google Analytics 4, now this is for Tag Manager. So we can see the different events, the gtm.scrolldepth, gtm.event visibility, form event, all of that you can find it here. and within form event you can further see the event type. In this case it was change, right, and here it was focus. So in the previous videos we had set all of this up, focus, blur, change, so all of that is visible here. And yeah, so this was your GTM-GA debugger. If you wanted to have a platform where you can debug GTM, Universal Analytics and Google Analytics 4 as well. So this is the go-to extension. Now finally, uh, there's another extension which is, uh, in my opinion, the uh, most useful one, which is your Omnibug. Just quickly close this and turn on Omnibug now. So I'll show you how this works as well. Inspect, refresh. So yeah, now similar to GTM GA debugger, you have separate interface for Omnibug as well, right? So you are leaded here, and as you can see the different events, whether they are in Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics, you can find them here, and you can even segregate between which are universal ones and which are ones from Google Analytics 4 by looking at the tracking ID. Here you can see UA, which means this is for Universal Analytics, whereas this is for Google Analytics 4. So again, as you perform, uh, as you interact more with the website, all these events will be registered here, and you could debug them from here. So basic all click, you can find the email. Yeah, all these things you could find here. And why this is helpful is because this not only just debugs for Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics, it basically does it for many other platforms like Facebook, Adobe Analytics, all that. You can find them here if you go to Omnibug settings, and you can see the in the enabled providers you could see what tools it could show within the Omnibug. So in analytics it has these many tools, and in marketing it has these many. So similarly for tag managers also there's different tag managers, so you could find all of these in Omnibug in one platform itself. And that's why I say that it's so important, or it's so useful, because you don't have to install separate extensions based on platforms or based on tools. You could find all of your platforms or tools that are obviously that are related to Omnibug in one place itself. So as I said, we have a Facebook pixel helper as well, but I won't be showing the use case for that because I don't have it linked. But yeah, Omnibug will solve that issue as well. You won't have to separately have Google Analytics debugger and Facebook pixel helper. You could see them both in Omnibug itself. And again, you can use it to debug your interactions or test things out, see if there are any errors. And you can similar to the previous extensions, you could find the values for these as well, right? So these are the different values based on the different events that are happening. So here you can see the event data. Person scrolled 90%, because we are on the scroll part of it. Here you can see it was 75%. This was for your universal analytics. This is the hit type is page view, right? And another thing is that you could even filter stuff out here. Suppose you have many programs or many tools running at the same time, so you could even filter those requests. You could deselect all of them and just select which ones you want. So suppose for now I only want those from Google Analytics, right? So I've set this and close it. So I can't see Google Tag Manager now. I can only see the ones from Google Analytics. Similarly, if I were to remove this and select Tag Manager, you would only be able to see Google Tag Manager. So there's a wide range of selection options for you, which you can use to filter stuff out, or you could even filter by account ID. This is an option which will clear all requests. So as you can see, the requests have been cleared and any new interactions will be logged here. Then you could export request, or you could even go to settings and dig deeper down. So you could change the colors for specific events. You could change the theme. Suppose you want the page load event to have some other color, you want it to have red, so you can change it to red, and you can change this to something else then. So it's all up to you, the uh, color scheme and the theme of it. You can set it to your needs, right? So yeah, this was pretty much all about the different tools that are out there, which can help you debug your site, see if everything's working as you desired or not. So we covered the one we've been seeing all along, the tag assistant. Then we saw the different ones, starting from data layer inspector, then Google Analytics debugger, GTM GA debugger, and then finally Omnibug. Alright, so this was all for the video. Thank you for watching.